Shut up and sit down.
Hello, 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 and Merry Christmas.
Tacky Christmas sweater time.
I love your tacky sweater. I think it's so grandma.
It's like a blinged out grandma though.
Well, that's even better, but I love it.
Thanks.
Did it come with those buttons or did you replace?
Oh, yeah. No, it came like this.
That's so good.
I can't remember where I got it. I got it at a thrift store or at Goodwill or something.
Well, yeah, there's no way that dime piece is in any box store right now.
Yeah, vintage.
No way. Vintage is right. Well, you went cute, tacky. I went comfortable with my little tacky Merry Christmas shitters full from Christmas Vacation, one of the most elite Christmas movies ever.
Yes.
I went all green for y'all. So I got my green glasses, green sweater, green nails.
Love it.
Love. Yes. So anyway, enough about us. We got a 2-game. Oh, here we go. Already starting off strong with Scotty Boy. Well, welcome again to Pardon Me, Alex. We're excited to cover 2 games in this episode, trying to cram these 2 in before Christmas. That way we don't have to worry about it. And then we can kind of jump back in as soon as the Christmas holiday is over. The boys are obviously on Christmas break right now after last night's W. And so I hope they're enjoying time with the family or friends or whoever they're with. And that when they get back with each other, I think at some point at the end of this week, that they're ripping, raring, and ready to go for the second half of the season. Okay. Or, to finish out 2025. Anyway, so like I said, we have 2 different episodes to cover tonight. The first one being the Texas A&M Corpus Christi game that was on 12/17. And then the win from last night when we played University of Dallas. But yeah, so let's just kick it right off because, again, we have 2 episodes and we don't want to keep y'all here longer than we have to on a balmy
Monday night. The way I was so disappointed when I checked the weather for NAC Wednesday and Thursday, and it's going to be like 77 on Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Not pleased. I have a whole Christmas sweater, satin pant outfit combo for Christmas Eve for our annual Christmas tree picture. And I am going to be sweating. So we're going to have to run into the hotel and get this picture taken before I sweat everything off. So
before we melt, we're going to be sweating to death.
But I'm not changing my mind. I ordered this sweater and these pants specifically for this picture, and I'm not changing.
Yeah. So. Oh, I'm still wearing a sweater. I'll just be wearing, I guess, a skirt or something so that I'm not super hot.
My God. Ugh. Anywho.
Okay, so we'll start with Wednesday's game. December 17th at home, William R. Johnson against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So in our previous matchup history versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi, sorry that my cat's putting his butt right in the camera now, we have 27 wins and 7 losses. The last matchup, we won 78-64 in February at home. Our largest margin of victory was 79-46 in 2017, and our smallest margin of victory, same year, 61-58. So funny sometimes how the largest and smallest margin of victory are in the same year, but I digress. Sure. So starters for this game, our usual starting 5 back at it: Keon, CC, Cam, Gerald, and Lateef. We did win 69-60. The attendance was 1,112. And for Sean Kennedy's stat section, we had field goal percentage of 45.7, 3-point percentage of 50%, free throw of 55.3, 30 points in the paint, 21 points off turnovers, 11 second chance points, 4 fast break points, 19 bench points. We did have a total of 33 rebounds, 10 offensive and 23 defensive. Just for a little overall, in this game, the score was tied 7 times and the lead changed 5 times. We had 21 fouls, 11 turnovers. Texas A&M Corpus Christi just had 1 more turnover than us with 12. We had 6 steals and 5 blocks. Our game leaders, we had Latif with 20 points and 1 steal. Keon with 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Gerald, as I always include, because he leads our defensive stats, he had 2 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 2 assists.
Man, this was a game. So Jacqueline and I were gonna agree on our player of the game for this night. Started off kind of rough for him, but he really picked it up in the second half. And so I think we're both just gonna go with Tiffy Boy. Jacqueline hates that nickname, but I love it. I'm going to call him Tiffy till the day is over, and then not like I'm going to call him that. As long as that boy's here in an SFA jersey, I'm going to call him Tiffy.
Hey, if he likes it, I love it. It just makes me think of teeth.
No, I tease. I know, I get it. I totally get it. I'm pretty sure that's like his little nickname on Instagram or something. So I'm just going to go. Yeah. As long as he has. Yeah. Anyway. No, he definitely. And listen, this was not just a Latif thing. Everybody was kind of struggling in the first half. That was going to be part of my grievances. We'll go over that more, but that he really turned it on second half. And so I'm very, very pleased to see that he ended the night with 20 points and even tossed a little steal in there too. Obviously Keon always very consistent at, and in the leader category in terms of points. And I mean, heck, even rebounds. And then of course, Gerald, there's nothing else to say. I mean, this man is leading the NCAA in blocks. I don't think we've ever had, in the short history that I've been a Lumberjack fan, that we've ever had a guy under the basket like Gerald. Like, it's been a really, really long time.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I know Jacqueline will agree with me. Like, we are thankful, and I don't know what nice list or whatever we had to get on in order to get him to play I'm pretty sure his last season, I'm pretty sure he's a senior with us. I'm just so pleased, and I'm so thankful and blessed and grateful. Like, I'm that sign that's in every basic white girl's house: thankful, grateful, blessed. Like,
we're just basking in it.
Literally is just,
yeah.
So anyway, man, oh man, we call him JC, or a lot of people call him JC, and I'm like, he's the second coming. He's JC.
Second coming of SFA men's basketball.
I tell you what, baby, we're back, big back. So yeah, just rolling it right into the feats of strength. I think definitely one of our biggest feats of strength was getting through that first half and knocking off the rust, although that was very stressful, which we will talk about for sure. But I think that also does show the strength of a team and like how we can regroup in half and come back in the second half after just an absolute horrendous first half and come back and figure it out and just make it work and win.
Yeah, agreed. We'll get to the first half, but
yeah. So that's definitely one of my biggest feats of strength from this game. Obviously, Teef coming in with 20 points and starting off the second half really strong. And there's nothing I love more than beating a conference opponent at home. Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my biggest feat of strength specifically for Latif, since we both named him our player of the game, is, like you said, the first half was a rough start for everybody.
Everyone.
But and this is something we've talked about multiple times, the live by the three, die by the three. And this game, he was only 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, which is not his usual.
No.
But I would rather that and then see him have 6 of 3 from the field and 7 of 9 free throw than 1 of 8 from the 3 or something. So, his threes weren't falling. He redirected. He was shooting well from elsewhere on the court. Really good from the free throw line. Whatever gets the ball through the net.
Yeah, he readjusted. He made some, smart decisions with the ball the second half, and we were off to the races. And, it takes something like that, both Teef and Keon, to lead the way and get everybody else back on the right track. And that is exactly what kind of happened there. Looking at everybody else's score line, I mean, you got CC. Yeah, he wasn't obviously super high point, but he had 7 points. He was, 50% from the free throw line, 50% from the field. He had 4 rebounds still. He had 3 assists still, even a block in there. Let's see. He had Narit, our boy Rit, with 8 points. He was 100% from the free throw line. He hit 2 really solid threes. And I think that's one of the main things is this might have been not the only game, but one of the first games that, we did recognize that, man, the shots just maybe weren't falling behind the arc. So it was just like, we got to move our game in. And so, and those are the types of corrections that happened obviously during have a conversation about it and then make those necessary adjustments and then go from there. And
yeah, and a good little shout out on 3 points though of players who didn't take a lot, but they made them all was Marcus Curry 2 and Cam 1 of 1. I mean, would we love for Cam to have more than 1 3-pointer a game? Sure, but he was 100%. He didn't take any that weren't a sure thing. So love that,
Absolutely. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any other quick shout outs. We talked about Gerald again. What else can you say about that boy? Insane.
We had C Green with 4 rebounds.
Yes. I'm glad. Yes. Thank you. L had a rebound in there. And then let's see here. Yeti had a rebound. I mean, Narit had 4. Cam had 3. So everybody and their mama was rebounding.
Yeah.
Love to see it. These are just, again, a great example of a good team win. Everybody contributed after that first half.
Yeah.
Going 50% on the 3-point line, I will take that all day, every single day. That is an amazing 3-point stat. I'm not mad about it one bit. No. Let's see what else.
Do love to see that. I got some caveats to that for the grievances though.
No, well, of course.
Yeah.
There's always caveats. Another stat line that I really love from this night was the 21 points off turnovers compared to their 12 points off of turnovers. We had only one. They had 1 more turnover than us, and we really, really capitalized on those turnovers compared to what they did. So I also think that's another huge part of the victory is that we capitalized on all the turnovers that we forced on them. And I mean, they did a little bit, but not as much as we did.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's whoever scores more points. And guess what?
Love when we make it to the finish line with more.
Always. Dub. Wins. Love it.
I'm also going to say I was happy with the steals, 6 steals. That's pretty nice.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
For a pretty evenly matched opponent like this. Happy with that.
Oh, absolutely. I think another thing that I have been loving recently, let me see here. I feel like we've been pretty consistent with again, this is a positive. I know that 21 seems like a lot of personal fouls, but I feel like we've been pretty consistent with fouls. Like there hasn't been a game where like the personal fouls were like just outrageous. I think this was a game that a few people fouled out, but no, just one. But no, I'm looking at the wrong people. What the shit?
Gerald and Narit.
I was going to say, I thought 2 people did foul out, but we still only had 21 fouls compared to their 28. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like we've been pretty consistent with, it hasn't been too outrageous. This might've been the only game where it was a little higher than normal. But still having less fouls than them, I'll take.
Agreed.
I'll take. Okay. Any other strengths from this game? Yeah, I think just the main one for me was just the fact that we were able to reconvene after the halftime, because that
recalibrate.
We had to redo something. I go back in, come back out, take a mulligan. I don't know, like sit down, stand up, clap, 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 spin around 5 times. Something. We had to do something different because we came out of the gate just wilding. Anyway, so I think that was the biggest takeaway for me was, in the face of adversity and, struggling, got some rust. We hadn't played in 10 days leading up to this game. That's a big gap. That's a big gap. I feel like that's going to be not similar, but it's going to be pretty similar to the last game was tonight or last night, and then we're not playing again until Monday, the 29th. So that's another big gap of break time that we're not playing in a competition game. So, hopefully, and that's an away game. So hopefully, we'll be better prepared for that one. But I think that was just my biggest takeaway strength-wise from us on this game.
I agree. And coming back off Thanksgiving is always going to be a little bit of a lag, I feel like.
I agree. Okay, let us grieve.
No comments. The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
And we would be remiss to not remind y'all that tomorrow is Festivus. So if you haven't done your Festivus shopping, go out and make a donation to the Human Fund.
Make sure you get your aluminum poles down from the attic. Make sure that you stretch and you're prepared for this feats of strength. Make your list of grievances prepared and ready to go. I have my list of grievances ready to go, mainly for this game.
Yeah.
But
the first half.
Just the first half. Go ahead when you're ready.
We were down by 9 at halftime, you guys. And it was I'm not going to say it was like, just completely bleak, but it was like, we got to really switch gears here, or this is going to just run away from us and leave us in the dust.
Well, and that was what I was mainly concerned about. I again, totally agree. Obviously, this was the main grievance for me the entire night was that first half was, they came out with energy, but then I was like, who is this team? What have you done with the team that's been playing so well up to this point? What did you get body snatched? Like, who are you? I was just so flabbergasted by, but also at the same time, it wasn't just us. A&M Corpus Christi also was playing like dog shit, but they were playing like a little bit less dog shit than us. And it just made it even more obvious. I was like, what is happening here? I was so stressed out that first half. Like anybody obviously, yes, we sit behind the team and we're very susceptible to being on TV and in pictures. And I can't control my facial expressions in most situations. I really can't. Jacqueline can't either. I could be literally surrounded by my favorite people, and my facial expression might still look like I am in the 7th layer of hell. I'm just
like we're just slipping through purgatory.
slipping and sliding down through the layers of hell. That's probably what my facial expressions look like 90% of the time. So but when I sit in the seat, like everything just kind of gets blacked out and I'm just focused on the game. And so I probably look like I'm in absolute pain and agony watching games, and no more so than this game in that first half. So everyone that sent me screenshots of oh, my friend, I see my friend at the game. There she is sitting there. I looked perturbed beyond belief. And now you know why.
But you know what? For the people who send us all those, we see our own face in the mirror every day. We know we know what faces are capable of coming across. So we don't need the news flashes.
No, we don't. Like, listen, and I'm about had it up to here with the horrible screen grabs and or photo bombs of everything. Just once I want to get a smiley picture, having a good time behind the bench and like cheesing with my eyes open and no double chin. That's all I want for Christmas.
That's what we're asking for.
But it's not going to happen anytime soon. It's just not. I don't have that kind of luck. I'm not that lucky of a girl. Anyway, so we all were just sitting there just in kind of dumbfounded belief at what we were witnessing. And it just made it even worse that the other team was playing like shit, but they were making us look even. I was like, what is happening? Anyway.
It was very discombobulating. We were like, we don't look good, but they don't look good either. And like, we're not that bad. We are so much better.
Right. And I was just so concerned too, because I know that A&M Corpus Christi, I know obviously their stats or their wins and losses column may not reflect it, but they're a good team. Like they can be a good team. And so I was just like, oh no, if we get down too much, oh no. But that's with anything. Like if you dig yourself into a deep enough hole, you're going to need a ladder, a rope, 7 strong men, and like a crane to get you out. And babe, like it wasn't looking bleak. You're right. But I was like, if we don't come out of that half swinging and immediately like assert dominance and like throw your you know what on the table and like tell them that this is our house, this is not good. And I don't really feel like dealing with an L tonight. You know,
I was going to be really upset if we got an L 2 days before my birthday.
I know.
Someone was going to owe me like a consolation birthday basketball monument. I don't know.
I'll always take a consolation birthday basketball. But anyway, but you're right.
I'm open to negotiations, so I'm just kidding.
But usually on your birthday games, we do pretty good. Like we've made some really big wins on or near your birthday in multiple seasons. So it's just like, I mean, we had an upset of Baylor one year on your birthday.
That's the biggest one.
That was the biggest one, yes. But we've had really good luck on your birthday playing good games. May not have won, but like played decently. And I was about to come over that damn railing. Anyway.
Yeah. I
have a couple other grievances, but go ahead.
What I alluded to in the first half. Well, I'm so happy that our 3-point percentage was 50%, but man, am I tired of why is our 3-point percentage higher than our field goal percentage and almost higher than our free throw?
Yeah.
I mean, field goal percentage of 45 is not that bad, but free throw percentage of 55, I'm sending back. I'm not accepting that.
That ain't it.
How can our 3-point percentage be so close to our free throw percentage? I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. That is a mystery that is probably mind-boggling to not only us, but the entire coaching staff, to be fair.
It's like this is the best season we've had in years as far as 3-point percentage, yet the worst free throw.
Right. Like, right. I mean,
I don't
What
get
does
it.
it take to just get decent stats on all the percentages? Like, I'm not talking perfection. I'm not talking 100%. That's a pipe dream. I just want normal.
I mean, I'm gonna try to not complain about it as much, seeing as a 3-pointer's 3 times what a free throw is, but it's just the fact that they're free, y'all. And it's an untested shot, and you can take all the time in the world. Straight on. You can get your feet set however you want. You can get your hands set however you want. You can take your time. You can say a little prayer. You can say a mantra, whatever you need. And I just don't understand it.
Listen, if I could dissect the mystery of our free throw shooting this semester or this year, I could win a Nobel Peace Prize, but I don't. It's not happening.
I'm about to send it in for an Unsolved Mysteries episode.
Oh man. And the thing is, and again, we're not saying anything that isn't already very vastly obvious to everyone on that bench and in the locker room. I mean, I'm sure it's a constant worry and complaint. I mean, because again, as we get further down into conference, we're going to play some teams that are they're going to foul the crap out of us. And guess what? We're going to need to be ready to get those damn free throws because they know that we're not great at free throw shooting. So guess what they're going to freaking do?
Yeah.
You know, that's like whenever you put in, I'll make a football reference. I know Jacqueline may not get it, but it's okay. Like it's whenever you like have a starter on the like on the O-line, right? And then he gets hurt and you put in like the backup and you're like, okay, now guys, we're going to run and we're going to play defense and we're going to hit that gap and that replacement O-liner hard because he's not a starter and he may not be as prepared. So we're going to just shove everything at him because we know that he's not that great. And so we're going to hit the QB every time. It's pretty much the same thing. Like we know that they're not good right here. So we're going to exploit that weakness even more. And I don't like us having weaknesses. I know that's a lot to ask, but
I feel like that's one of the easier ones though to ask for.
I know.
And they can do it because we've seen glimmers.
Well, no, like they can make a free throw. We've seen it. All of them. We've seen all of them make a free throw. Anyway, we just need to employ the substitute Cam and what does he do? Like sub Cam and CC back and forth.
Yeah. At the end of the game, it's Cam offense, CC defense. Cam offense, CC defense. If they're going to be trying to foul us.
Oh, God. We noticed him started to do that, at the Rice game? And I was like, what is he doing? Back and forth. Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, I clocked that one quick. All the love. But...
Oh, God. Melvin, thank you for the silver lining playbook here. At least we're consistent with our free. You know what? You're right. You're right. Let's just stop being complainers and be thankful. At least we're consistent.
We know what to expect. It's
consistent. That's true. Like when they go up to the line, I'm like, it could go in, it could go out. There are worse things. Let's just this is the time of reflection and being grateful and thankful for things we have. I'm not going to let a little free throw thing get after me very much. I'm also going to, I think this was also, okay. So yes, the 2 players who fouled out, we haven't had 2 players foul out before in a game. So that was new, not great, not ideal, but at least it was at the very end. And we already had a lead. Wasn't really super contentious. I wasn't too concerned. It was at the end of the game. Now let's just make sure that doesn't happen, before halftime.
Yeah, and definitely I think each of them had at least 1 or 2 fouls that were not fouls.
Correct. As per.
Yeah.
As my mom says, refs as always. It's really just stab it on the turn the knife. I had something else and I can't. Oh, I'm about over the missing of the tunnel walk. Like, I know you are because you miss it more than I do, but
Yeah.
I need a more stringent timeline or notification, like 10 minutes before tip off, this happens. So make sure you're there 10 minutes, like whatever it is. We need to know what time these boys come down the tunnel so that we're there ready to go. Because I swear it's happened multiple times this season. Where they'll make the announcement and within 30 seconds, those boys are running down the tunnel. It's like, we have no time to run over. Nobody has time to run over.
No, and we're
kids
coming
come
from
on.
the first row. Think about people up at the top coming. I mean,
And those little old
Yeah.
ladies who sometimes come with us, they don't have time to run over there. They're going to break a hip. Listen, I mean,
Lisa and Linda.
we need a more like specific timeline. So if anybody's listening or has any sort of bearing on this and can make a call, like if it's 10 minutes to tip, cool. Just tell, we just need to know. Anyway, I'm tired of that.
Yeah, and I know the timing can be a moving target based on when they're done with their pregame pep talk and whatnot. But like, get on the mic and give us at least a 2-minute heads up so we have time to get there. Because you're right, one of the games as soon as they announced it, we got up and we weren't even to the goal. We weren't even halfway across the baseline, and they're running out. And then Sunday's game, I mean, that was on me. I was a little late, but I still thought I was going to make it in time. And when I came to the doors, they were doing the national anthem. So I stood and waited because I didn't want to be the one asshole that's like not observing the anthem, because then everyone's going to talk about me being unpatriotic or whatever. Anyway, so I wait. And then as soon as it's done, I mean, I am sprinting. I am running like I'm doing the 500-yard dash or something. And I get to the top of the stairs of our section and they're already running out.
Yeah. I know when you texted, you're like, I'm on my way. I'm going to make it in time for tunnel. And I looked at the clock and I'm like, knowing this guy, probably not, babe, but I hope you do. And you almost had it.
I was hopeful.
I was hopeful for you, but as soon as I saw the time, and I was just like, I have a feeling it's going to happen in the next 5 to 7 minutes. And damn it, if I wasn't right the fuck on, like I mean, it's been erratic in the time anyway. So I feel like I'm trying to figure out the timing. Like as soon as the boys finish their warm up and then run in to get changed in their little pep talk, I feel like it's like a 5-minute in between. So it's like as soon as we see them run in, count it 5 minutes and then walk over. With or without an announcement. I'm not waiting for an announcement anymore.
That, or we've got to just start going over right before they do the anthem.
So we do the anthem
because
over
previously
Yeah.
I'd said as long as we got up after the anthem, but I mean Sunday I don't think we would have made it in time, because by the time the anthem was done, I sprinted our section and they were already running out.
Yeah, no, that's true. So I think we have to walk over there right before. But damn, how long before the game tip off does the anthem occur?
I don't know. We'll just have to watch for when we'll
have to figure that out. Anyway, all right, that's our long-winded grievance and rant about something as simple as the tunnel walk. But like, we want to give them high fives and like wish them, and not only them, but also the coaching staff and all the managers and everybody, like, the athletic trainers, like thank them for, hey, good luck. Let's go. Let's get her going. Like, we want to be the hype up, and by Joe. Anyway.
Okay, I only have one more, and it's kind of a combo feat of strength grievance to just wrap it all up at the end. So to start out with the grievance half of it, several of our dudes Wednesday night's game.
Here we go.
Just started right back up the tunnel after the game. Weren't going to come over, for hugs or high fives or.
Are you gonna name names?
Well, I know Mr. Cameron Burton was one of them, but I called him out to his face. That's the only reason I'm saying him here. So he knows I'm not really mad. I would have been mad if he just went in, but just kidding. But as Alex and I have said, it's not like just about us. It's not that they have to come say hi to us, but we want to see them after the game, tell them good game. And especially if it was a bad game, give them a little hug and a little, pick me up boost or whatever. And there's a lot of the little old ladies from the Methodist church that walk down there, and they want to see their boys and give them a hug. So, it takes
Right. Because a lot of
2 minutes.
Agreed. Because a lot of them, if not most of them, or all of them, they all like have adopted players on the team. So like they want to see them, especially like the game before Christmas. They want to come over and like give them a little huggy boy. Anyway, so
yes, that's the grievance part. But our boy Gerald, he saw about 4 of them head up that tunnel, and he yelled at them and said, "Come back out here." And they all came back out.
That's that number one.
Gerald got an extra hug for that. We definitely noticed and expressed our gratitude for that. So
yeah, it's not just for us. It's not just for us. We're not being like, excuse me. Meh.
Right.
There's little old ladies who want to give their adoptee a hug.
And I guarantee you that's the highlight of their week.
Highlight. So it's not just us 2 crazy, or 3, because Laura, 3 crazy broads. It's the little old ladies.
Yeah.
It's for the little old ladies. Let's just say that. Little old ladies. Okay, great. Any other grievances?
No, I don't think so. And also, Alex and I will be those little old ladies one day. So,
Correct.
We're just trying to pay it forward now so that we have good karma returning to us when we're the little old ladies who are,
Because we will be. We will be the little old ladies in our purple little sweaters, hobbling down the stairs, or somehow being, maybe they'll let us in the back doors. We don't have to worry about steps and stairs. Just hobbling down to go sit behind the bench. I'm hoping our knees and our hips are still good enough to hobble downstairs at that point. And yeah, so just, let's have good juju now so that we have good juju later.
Yes, absolutely.
100%. All right, one word to describe this game. My word is comeback. I'm sure there will be more comeback games in the future, but I can't think of anything else other than comeback.
I'm gonna use my word again from earlier, recalibrate.
I love that. No, perfect.
Or recalibration. I don't know, whatever you want to say.
Recalibration. Just gotta recalibrate the knob.
Give the dial a few spins.
Hit the dial. Spin the dial. Yeah, love it. Okay, wonderful. Moving on to the second game of this double episode. So we played University of Dallas last night on 12/21 in William R. Johnson. And I believe this is a team we've played in the past, right? Maybe one other time?
Yes. So I actually thought we played them more than once, but
I thought we did too. Okay.
Feels like we've played them at least like 4 times, but
that's what I thought. Maybe there's another team we're thinking of.
Yeah, I think there's maybe another small one in Dallas that I'm like confusing with it. Anyway, University of Dallas is a private Catholic university in Irving, Texas. It was established in 1956 and is accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. Their total enrollment is around or slightly under 3,000. Oh, look at that. Love it.
Hold on, distraction. How many dogs can you fit on a cup? There we go.
Not enough is the only correct answer.
Correct. I have 5. There's always space for a few more. Okay, anyway.
But yeah, enrollment a little under 3,000, and they are D3. So turns out we've only played them once before. I swore we had played them like 3 or 4 times, but anywho, so in our previous matchup history, we've had 1 win. The last matchup, which was November of last year, we won 85-51. And now Alex is going to give us our current Southland Conference standings before we go into the game notes.
Yes. So current Southland Conference standings are as follows. There's this small school in East Texas, kind of a mid-major. They wear purple. You might have heard of them. It's called SFA. They're in first place currently, still at 9-2, 2-0 in the Southland Conference. Then you have Nichols at 2-0 as well in the Southland Conference, but at 3-8 overall, which is a wild stat to me. But I digress. Moving on.
Yeah.
Then you have McNeese. Technically, McNeese is at 10-2, so they've played and won one more game than we have. For some reason, they were like ripping out of the gate with like a ton of conference games before, or just games in general before everybody else, and that's why they're at 10-2. But they're at 3-1 in the Southland, hence why they're in third place. And then we have a ton of teams at 1-1 in the Southland. You got A&M Commerce at 1-1, A&M Corpus Christi at 1-1, UT RGV 1-1, New Orleans at 1-1, Northwestern State at 1-1, and that's the same order they are on in the standings. And then we have UIW at 1-2. They're at 6-6, so they're at 500 for the season so far. Southeastern, I can't read, at 1-2 as well. They're at 4-8. HCU at 1-3 at 5-7, and Lamar is not doing too hot at all this season. They're at 0-2 in the Southland and 5-6 overall. I mean, not horrible overall, but that 0-2.
You know what, that scares me even more for when we play them, because somehow it is the seasons that they start off the absolute worst, that they just like come out of nowhere when they play us, and it's like they have figured it all out.
Yeah, all the issues and all the previous growing pains have just been thrown out the window, and they're going to play their best game of the season versus us every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. And no, Melvin, I'm not talking about SF Austin. I'm talking about Stephen.
I almost made that joke too, Melvin. So
Austin.
Great minds.
Stephen F. Austin. SF Austin. Anyway. All right, so that's the standings as of today in the Southland. Doing good. Feeling good, doing good. I don't mean to like, I don't want to be like a jinx, but I'm just saying we're 7-0 at home. That's all I'm saying. 7-0 at home. That's somebody go rub a large man's belly or head or whatever, a bald man's head. Somebody go knock on a piece of wood. Do all the other lucky things, because that's a pretty good so far start. I'll tell you what. All right. Anyway,
good start.
Pretty good. All right, moving on.
All right. If y'all could see the look that Scotty gives me, it's just the sweetest thing ever. I know he usually has his resting bitch face on for the camera, but the look of adoration that he gives me is just the sweetest thing. Anyway, here he is with his bitch face. I wish,
a real human man could give us that look of adoration.
When I find anyone who looks at me the way this little cat does, I know he looks mad right now, but anyway. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. We had same starting five: A&M CC, Cam, Gerald, Lateef. We did win 103-255. The attendance was probably, I feel like, one of the higher that we've had this season so far, 1,692.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we've had a few over 2,000, but I feel like the last several have been around 1,000. Sean Kennedy's stat section, our field goal percentage was 53.41%, 60% from the free throw. We had 50 points in the paint, 25 points off turnovers, 21 second chance points, 28 fast break points. Probably our season high for total rebounds with 56. We had 21 offensive, 35 defensive. And I think perhaps our season low for fouls game with only 12.
Damn.
7 turnovers, which also might be our season low there. Opponent turnovers, they had 14. We had 12 steals and 6 blocks. I did list several game leaders this go around. Oh, okay. Sorry, my cat. Latif leading the scoreboard again with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal. We had Keon again right behind Latif with 14 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal. We had Narit with 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Yeti with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. We have Marcus with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. And we had Gerald with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal.
Yeti! Okay. I just get giddy when Yeti does well. I see so much potential in this kid, and I'm just like, I want him just to continue to improve, not only because JC needs a break, but again, he has the potential to be like that big man under the basket, like especially when we get to playing teams like McNeese, whatever, and I know they have big, stocky, like I know they do. They got big guys, and so I'm just like, oh, we need that. Okay, anyway. Breathe. All right. So, player of the game. Who are you going with, Jax?
Okay, so this one's tough.
It is.
I kind of have a toss-up between 2 players and then a broad scope one that I want to give. So I'll give my toss-up, and then in the feats of strength, I'll give my broad scope player of the game. But man, it's a, and I hope that you pick one or the other, and then we can just call it a day. But it's a big toss up between Yeti and Marcus here because
I'm glad you said it, dude. Those were gonna be my 2 too. So whatever one you pick, I'll pick.
All right. So I mean, I could go on about both of them, but Yeti, this was probably the best that we've seen him thus far, I think. And like Alex said, he's been. Yes, Narit and Moo both had a nice game.
Okay, she's talking about Mohammed. She still doesn't get the picture that we call him Ak.
Okay, well, she had
a
great game too. So we'll expand more on that. But like you said, I think Yeti's showing us more and more potential every game, and I feel like he was really being aggressive on offense and defense this game. He was very close to a double-double there, and I would be remiss not to give the same amount of love to Marcus. Marcus looked great this game. I feel like he got to run the guard more than he has in any other game. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was all across the board. Great.
Listen, I am. So who are you picking?
I'll go with Marcus because I feel like you're very excited to expand.
Okay. So Yeti. Like when he comes over to give hugs, like I literally am just like eyeball, like that was your best game. Like keep that up. Holy crap. I was pleased seeing him do so well. Pleased. Because I feel like we've had just and I feel like I'm such an ass when I say things like this, but I'm just going to say it. Like we've had such not great luck with like our Europeans.
They can be deceiving sometimes. Well, I'll go on a very short soapbox. They can be deceiving sometimes.
For sure.
Because we've had a few in the past where they're the tallest player on the roster by several inches and put them up against the smallest player on the roster, and they are going to get beat on rebounds, which is not what should be the case. And then number 2, this is a personal soapbox of mine, but a lot of big European players have it in their mind that even though they're the biggest player on the roster, that they should be out shooting threes the whole game. And that might be the European way to play, but baby, you're in Texas now. And if you're the tallest, biggest dude on our roster, you better stay somewhere in the vicinity of that black square under the basket. Because that's what we got you for. That's what we got you for.
Right. We have guys whose role is to shoot the 3.
We got that covered, babes.
We got
every once in a while. And listen, I think Yeti, let me check.
He did attempt one.
And it was close, and I was not mad about it.
I
not
wasn't.
saying
Literally,
that they can never shoot a three, but I don't want you just hanging out there. Like,
correct.
that should
And
be if the opportunity arises.
and the opportunity presented itself. He gave it a really good shot. It was off by like millimeters. So again, and we sat there, and normally when that shit like that happens, like we're like, oh, but we
I'll
were
be the
not
first one to be like,
we're like, right, not in my house, but yeah, but we were not mad at all. I was like, you know what, respect for the attempt. It was a wide open opportunity. He had it. We're playing University of Dallas. Like, if you're gonna take a shot like that, now is the time to try. So again, not mad one bit, but I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. And my mom continually asked, who's Yeti? She asked it again in the comments. It's again, okay, so his name is spelled with a G, but the pronunciation is Yeti.
But you know what? I did ask him because I've heard guys call him Yeti, but then I also have heard them say Getty. And so after the game,
Wait, what?
I've heard some say Getty. And so after the game, I asked him, I said, because I was like, great game, Yeti. And then I was like, am I pronouncing that correctly, Yeti? And he nodded and said yes, but I have heard people say it both ways. So
Okay.
I asked again while I looked in his eyes to make sure that I was saying it correct. Now, if he's just too kind to tell me that I said it wrong, I don't know. But I did my due diligence and I asked.
Listen. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, you asked, and we're just going to continue.
I asked him, and he said yes. So
that's all I need.
He's not mad about it, so that's on him.
Bless it. Okay, he may just be too nice, but at the same time, like, I also think Yeti is like a good name for like a big burly dude. Like, it's a good nickname regardless. It's like Yeti. Anyway, it's a play on words. Anyway,
yeah, agreed.
Digress back to basketball. All right, the 6 rebounds, the 2 assists. Like, again, that's not necessarily a job. He still got the 2 assists. I could probably talk about this for a while, so I'm just gonna wrap it up. He 100% is my player of the game. I was so happy because, again, we're gonna always have like, Keon up there, Rit up there. We're gonna have Teeve up there, but to have Yeti with double-digit points, and he was out there for probably the longest of the season. Let's see, how long was he out there for? He was out there for 16 minutes. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Keep it up. And yes, shout out to Marcus for his 10 points as well. A couple of those were some hella good threes. 3 of them, actually. I'm so sorry. He was 50%, 3 out of 6. Some really, really pretty threes in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I have to give a quick little shout out. You know who else hit a 3 and we were like screaming our absolute heads off? Little L. Come on, yo. Come on, L. Come on, L. All right, to answer mom's question, Yeti's number 17, Mom. He's like the big white guy. Like, I don't know how. Like, anyway. So yeah, good job, L. All right, let me check out the stats one more time so I can look at it. Again, obviously, yes, Rit, great job. 4 to 7 for the threes. Rit is
of strength now.
If it isn't obvious, we've moved straight into feats of strength. If it is, okay. He is so good at the catch and shoot. So good. I don't know anyone in the most recent years. Maybe I have to really, go back in the Rolodex. But anyone who's been that precise and that consistent at a catch and shoot.
I mean, he is textbook spot shooter. If you've never heard that before, like literally, if he is Johnny on the spot and you get him the ball within a millisecond, he's released.
Yeah. Like, he is so good at that. Like, so good at that. Like, anytime the ball is like chunked to him, immediately I'm like, all right, he's going to shoot. Like, I literally, Jacqueline is, I'm sure used to this by now, but like literally anytime any of our guys like go for a 3, I grab her thigh. I'm like, ugh! especially, some of these guys who aren't in as often, like Marcus or, I mean, hell, the three from Ock. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Again, if we're going to have a game where we like try different things, which I have another point to make in a moment, try different things, try different lineups and situations and people playing on the court with each other and this, that, and people trying threes that aren't normally three shooters and all these. This is the game. This is the game.
Yep. This is
it. This is it. Another cool thing that I don't know if he's done particularly like this consistently. Also, freaking Matty B was doing hockey switch ups. He was doing the whole line change. 5 in, 5 out. 5 in, 5 out. 5 in. Maybe every once in a while, one will come out, two will come out, but like very consistently doing hockey lineup, like line changes. All of them in, all of them out. All of them. I'm like, okay, this is new.
And I love that he did that this game. Honestly, I know Alex will agree with me, but pretty much after our starting five, the next five are pretty much the ones who will consistently have about the same amount of playing time in a game, like as all those five players. And then the next four are more the newer or, true freshmen. And so by alternating those two 5-player rotations,
right?
Once we got to a real comfortable lead, then he could pretty much just put in the next 4 and give them. That's why we love these games, is to give those players just more time on the court, more experience, and like anything that you do, it just takes more time and repetition and getting comfy. Mm-hmm. And especially when you're making the adjustment, we sat with Bryson's mom this game, so we talked to her a lot about it. And this is something Alex and I have preached every season. Mm-hmm. But every player faces this when they go from high school to college. You're the star of your team. Mm-hmm. You're the best player, and then you move to the next stage up to college, and everybody on the team was that at their high school, and especially your freshman year, you're the new one in, you're the one who hasn't competed at that level, no matter how strong you were in high school. It's just a different level that you haven't done before. And that can be a tough adjustment. And so we want to see, these guys get to have time in the game and just get rid of any nerves of getting used to a new phase of their development. So we love that. And so I'll segue into my across the board feat of strength or across the board player of the game for this game. I'm going to give it to the bench because I would be remiss to mention, as I just said in that whole diatribe, but a lot of our guys who, they're new and they haven't gotten all of the minutes that the starting guys have gotten at a D1 program, and all of them got in, and I think they all looked really good. If I
can interject really quickly while you look, normally when not just the guys off the bench who always come off the bench come in, okay, we're like, okay, we're comfortable with it, we're good. But when like the guys at the very, very end of the bench go in, it sometimes can be kind of dicey. I gotta say, I know we're playing University of Dallas, and that is, that's a whole different caliber of a team that we're playing in terms of like their competitive level. Shout out to them for putting forth their best effort. At no point was I concerned about this game. At 0 point. I mean, the game hadn't even tipped off yet. And I'm like, all right, well, we can sit back and relax.
Yeah.
It's just one of those games. And again, no shade or hate towards that's just the game. And they know that coming into the other team knows this coming in. But you also have to treat it just like any other game. Like just like you're playing another D1 opponent, right? You don't give any special treatment. You don't, until the end of the game, you maybe let off the brake a little bit or the gas a little bit. But the fact that they got in for as long as they did and were in and stayed in and kept increasing our total, our lead, there, it wasn't like we allowed the other team to get on a run at any point. I was very, very impressed with their preparedness. because again, you never know how prepared are these guys because they don't get as often. How prepared are they going to be in terms of like knowing offensive plays, knowing where to be, this, that, whatever. Yeah, keep going, Jax.
Yeah, and it, like you said again, it's just it's not even that they're not as skilled as any of the other players. We're not saying that. It's just merely the experience. Like
That's all it is. 100%.
They could have the best stats and percentages, but like they still have only played in however many D1 games. Like, but yeah, they all look great. So we'll go through and give a few shout outs. Let's see. We had Harris had 2 blocks.
Good job, Harris. I wish his mama was there in person. Normally she was there and she sits behind us. But she wasn't there, unfortunately, and I wish she would have been, but it happens.
No, we were looking for impressed with that. Moo played very well. 2 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. We had Bryson had 2 points, 2 rebounds. C Green, the last 2 games has been getting some more time out there on the floor, and he had 6 points, 4 rebounds. Nice.
Good job, C.
Elle was looking good with the 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Let's see. We already bragged on Marcus and Yeti and Narit and Keon and Latif, and I'll just brag on Gerald again because he was this close to a double-double of points and rebounds. And then he also had 3 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. To almost have a double-double and have something in every single nice stat category. And he had at least like 2 really nice dunks. So love to see that.
Oh my God. Oh man, I had one and I just lost it. I literally was just looking through. Oh, has nothing to do with basketball. Feat of strength, happy moment for me. Our friend Ty came and sat with us during the game as well. He messaged me earlier in the day and was like, "Hey, are you going to the game?" And I said, "It's a bear shit in the woods." And so I was like, he said, "Well, nobody else wants to go with me." He was like, "But I want to go." I'm like, "Well, you can always go to the game and come sit with us." Like, Ty, you know this. You know that you've known Jacqueline pretty much your whole life. Like, and you know me from the brewery. You know we're going to be at the game. You can always come. So I'm glad he came. I'm glad he came and sat behind us. So if you're wondering who the boy was sitting behind us, because again, people love to see when new people join us on the rows, and they're just like, "Well, who's this?" And I'm like, "You're not even here." And they're sending us pictures or texting us saying, "Well, who's that?" Yeah. Who gives a rat's? Like, one of our friends wanted to come and sit with us at the game. Anyway, so
if you're from Douglas, you knew who it was, but
otherwise, Douglas is about the size of a pack of gum. So I mean,
right. So yeah, that's a small pool to pull from. But
anyway, there's
let's see. Last player that I didn't give an individual shout out to, I think, is CC. CC played great too. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, and he had at least 1 nasty block that was nice.
He did. Yeah, there were some good blocks. There were some good dunks. Like, love to see it. I'm trying to like run through the events of last night. I feel like this game didn't happen yesterday, and I'm trying to like think back multiple days, and I'm like, this just happened yesterday. How am I having a struggling time? Oh, it's because I was struggling to get through this game. Don't worry, I'm gonna grieve about it. But
okay.
That's my own fault. Do you have anything else?
I do not think so. We individually shouted out every single player.
We did.
Everyone did great. We looked great. Love to see it.
Okay, let me.
Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
I mean, for me, I really don't have a lot of grievances for this game. It's really one of those games that if I'm grievancing about something, then it must have been something really bad that just had to be called out. There may have been a few things. Nothing super sticking out of me. Maybe mom will, not mom. Yeah, I'm sure my mom will say something. She always does. Maybe Jacqueline can remember something. But my main thing was I was fighting for my life when we first got there. I had the bar crawl the night before. That it was my event, my idea, and it went off great. But it was a great time. But I may have overindulged a smidgen. And that's the thing. I don't normally anymore do that at all. And no, like I may have a social beverage here and there, but in terms of like tying one off, I don't really do that anymore. Because I know the repercussions the day after. And so, or multiple days after. So it was, I woke up and immediately was like, I need a burger. I need a large soda, and I need it stat. And so I went and grabbed me a smash burger from Jerry and Meg's truck at the brewery. Smash and Pass, shout out. Smash and Pass Burgers, food truck, shout out. No free ads, but we'll give you a free ad there. Delicious. So go try their smash burgers when you're in Nacogdoches. Anyway, I needed it desperately. And I literally told Jacqueline and Laura, I was like, I'm bringing this burger in, whether they like it or not. They can pry this burger from my cold, dead hands. So I smuggled it in Dad's little cart in his basket.
I was going to say, I don't think you'll have any problems because I've had Jimmy John's delivered up there before and walked outside and got it and brought it in. Not quite as extreme as my pizza delivery at Northwestern, which I'm actually going to have to tell Gerald that story at the next game since he played for Northwestern. Not that he was playing there then, but I think he'll appreciate it.
I think he would appreciate it. I think it'd be funny as hell. And this was obviously way before Gerald's time, so I think he'd think it was funny as well. But anyway, so I sat down there and I just hoovered this thing right there before the game started, just absolutely crushing this burger. I needed it so bad, but it brought me back to life. I was on the brink of death. And again, a shout out to, there's just something about a hangover burger and fries. And
gotta have something greasy and something caffeinated.
And if you know, man. Mom said, well, shit, now they're going to be looking in his basket.
No, they won't. I brought the food in my hands and
they don't care. They don't care. Listen, don't make me pull who the hell do you think you're talking to card. Right. You know?
Because we can't.
I don't like to pull that card off and be like, do you know who I am?
Do you know me?
Do you know me? I've only been coming here for 10 plus years and buying tickets and season ticket holder. Anyway. But yeah, that was my main grievance, that I was struggling at the first half of the game. But I perked up and I was ready to go. But yeah, Jacqueline,
you were ready after that.
I was locked in after that.
Locked in. Now we know that that's Eltramond's motivational mantra. So
that's a lot of kiddos' mantra now, apparently.
Yeah. Now we're getting more hip to what the kids are saying.
Hell yeah.
I have a few very minor ones only because I'm just pulling something out. Throw percentage, I'm still not happy with 60. It was better in the prior game. I'll say that, but I'm still not happy with 60% at all. And I would say, especially against a D3 team. But again, as I've said before, free throws are not contested. Doesn't matter who you're playing. You should be able to shoot them the same no matter what, because nobody's guarding you. But I digress. So that's really the only one as far as the play. I think I'll give a tiny one to they were just more funny. It's not like that big of a deal because it's just one thing. But literally the start of the game, they don't start the clock.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that was operator error or if the clock just didn't start. Maybe the whole system was just ready for Christmas. and this like 9-day break or however many day break because our next game is on the road. But yeah, the clock didn't start at the beginning, and then at some point during the game, I think the second half, like some kind of like video in the background started.
Commercial came on.
Like,
Yeah.
while there was active play on the court, like a live ball, and it was a good like 4 seconds, and then whoever was in charge just turned off everything. The big screen was off, the baseline screens were off. They were like, we're just gonna shut the whole thing down and then restart.
That was so funny. It's almost like someone was like, "Oh, pull the plug," and then plugged it back in. Oh, that was great.
Turned everything off.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny. Those were funny. I agree. Trying to think, man. There really isn't anything big and major. I do want to say though, I didn't mention this in the feats of strength because I was busy just hammering on about how much I love seeing Yeti do well. I love that almost not exactly because that's not how math works. I love that almost half of our points came from the bench. I'm just saying.
That's why I had to give an overarching player of the game to the bench.
I know. Yeah, that.
You didn't start, you got player of the game this game.
But when I literally heard you say the bench score, and then I was like, it just didn't dawn on me, and then I just flicked back to the stats one more time just to double check if I missed anything, and I was like, 52 points. Oh shit! Like I had to, yeah. It hit me now. Hello. And then that we had 50 points in the paint.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just had to bring those back up again. But yeah, I loved it.
That's literally over half our points were from the bench, and almost half our points were in the paint.
Oh, Mom has a great question right now. What does that tell you about this team?
I think one of the points that we've been hammering home forever, we really feel like so far this season, I fully believe everyone on that roster has so much potential. Mm-hmm. Some of them are just at the very beginning of their journey, whereas others are at the tail end. So we're seeing them all in different stages, but I really think all of them has just so much potential to be great players, and I'd be pretty comfy with any mix of a rotation on the floor at almost any point in any game,
No, I would 100% agree with you on that. I feel like that also just is a huge shout out to the coaching staff and, their preparation and how much they've done with this team to get them ready for the season and the scouting reports and all the behind the scenes work that's done, and everyone from, the managers upwards doing their part. And, Coach, Matty B is a really big role player guy. Like,
yep.
Everyone on this team, whether you're a manager, whether you're a GA, whether you're, strength or conditioning, or you're a coach or a player or wherever you're at, athletic trainer, you have a role and you must be excellent at that role. And if you're not, you need to work towards excellence in that role. And so I feel like he's really, really good at hammering that point home. And I think that's just something that we have been missing for a long time, is just like confidence and giving I'm pretty sure he egged El Tremont on because I think El wasn't going to do the 3. And then all of a sudden, like, Coach was yelling at him to do something. And then he pulled up and did it. Like, I don't know if it was a 3 or just another shot, but like El was going to throw the ball and pass the ball away. And Coach, I heard Coach yell like, El, like, yeah. And he just said, well, okay. And he shot it and he made it. And I'm just like, okay. And then everybody on the bench was like laughing and smiling. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah, and that's something that we've both talked about a lot this season, but I'm glad that you brought that up again now because it's a huge testament to the coaching staff that as you said and as we've gone on about, but the role is a huge thing because a lot of people just think, oh, whoever scores the most points, that's the most glamorous role to have.
Right.
And every little stat that goes on that stat sheet is important to the ending outcome. And so you can have a role that's just as impactful and not score any points.
100%.
Like we've talked about Gerald. There are games where I don't even care if he scores. Like if he
No.
does, that's just the icing on top or the cherry on top.
Right.
But that's not the role that we're looking to him for. So that's just an added bonus. And I feel like he's made it very clear to every player on the team what their role is and gives them the confidence and what am I trying to say? Reassurance that their role is important, even if it doesn't seem like the most glamorous. And that is what enables people to flourish within that role, is if they feel that it's important. And giving people the confidence to do what it is that you're wanting them to do. I mean, we've talked about how Keon, just from last season to this season, and he was a great player last season, is scoring twice as much per game.
It almost feels like he's a completely another level of him has been unlocked. He's leveled up.
Yeah. And we've talked about our 3-point shooters. And granted, there have been some games where we've said in our grievances, like this wasn't their shooting night. But what's equally as important is that they know that they have the backing of their coaching staff to give them the confidence to, within reason, go out there and shoot, not just, let's not be 0 of 10 for a game. But, they have the space to give it a few goes, and then if it's not their day, to redirect and do something else. And it's not like they're afraid that they're never going to be allowed to shoot another 3 again ever. It's like, okay, we know you can shoot it. That's what we want you to do. When it's falling, if it's not falling, let's find something else and then move to the next game. And that's from a player's perspective, that's the most important backing and support that you can have from your coaching staff. So thank you to the coaching staff.
Thank you.
From us.
Not
that you're doing anything for us, but we're noting it and appreciating it.
Yeah. I mean, you're just making my and Jacqueline's life easier and talking about the team easier and more enjoyable. It was not, we had fun last year, but it wasn't as fun as it has been this year to talk about. There was just a lot more
on the court or having more fun.
Oh, God bless it. You can just tell. Okay. Well, I have one last shout out to give, and then we will wrap this up. I would love to shake the hand. I'm assuming it's Maddie B, but whoever is their personal stylist. Holy guacamole. The icy fit that this coaching staff had on yesterday, my jaw dropped. First of all, that icy white pullover. What? The pants. The matching shoes. Everybody had on the same outfit. And they were
it's Maddie B, because Trevon told us that he got their pants tailored and the matching shoes.
I know.
So it's definitely him.
That white boy has style then. Holy shit. Maddie B.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
That's one of my God, I love that band so much. Okay.
I can't sing, or I would sing it for y'all, so that's why I had to just say it like a moron. But
thanks, Dex. That fit was on point. On point.
You want those pullovers.
I want the pullover. Don't get me wrong. If there's a pullover hiding somewhere around in there, just extra, I wouldn't be opposed to snagging one. Or if I gotta pay for it, I don't care. But that pullover is so I love it. Love it. And I'm not big on always wearing white stuff for SFA, but when we're at home, we usually wear white. So that's fair. Okay, fine. But
yeah.
Woo! Anyway. All right. So, game word game. Game, one word to describe the whole game.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna say it was very enjoyable. After I got over my hump of fighting for my life, I was able to enjoy this game. It was easy. It was simple. There was at no point I was concerned about scores or winning. It was going to happen. Everybody had fun. Everybody enjoyed themselves, from the people on the court to people in the stands. 10 out of 10. I wish all of our games were that easy and stress-free. That's again wishing on a star. That's just not going to happen. But anyway, enjoyable for me.
I'm going to say balanced because I felt like it was very evenly balanced amongst everyone on our roster.
Everyone got playing time.
Playing time, all contributed in some form or fashion.
Love it. Okay, good. Fantastic. Alrighty then. So let's wrap it up. Man, thank you everyone for tuning in live with us tonight. I know it was a little bit late, but we got her in and got her done. Excited for a few days off for the boys, and I hope they enjoy that with family and friends. And if they were able to go home and see family, wonderful. And if they had to stay here in town, I hope that they're with someone and they can give them a lovely Christmas here. But yeah, so Jacqueline and I have plans on attending the East Texas A&M Commerce.
Texas A&M Commerce game.
Anyway, Texas A&M Commerce game on Monday the 29th. I think a few other people are also planning on going. I think Laura said she was planning potentially on going at the end of the game yesterday. And I know Matt texted us earlier, Adkins, about going, and we may just F around and find out and get some floor seats. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I feel like spending $40 on floor seats. Who knows? But anyway, so we plan on attending that game. So if you're in the Dallas area or Commerce area and want to go to the game, please come support the Jacks if you're able to. I know last year we had a small little contingent of faithful from the DFW area because it's not super far from those in Dallas. And so please, if you're able to come on Monday, the 29th to Commerce, please do so. The game kicks off at 6:30 p.m. So that's not too bad. So even if you have to go to work, you might still be able to make it if you leave at 5. I don't know how far it is from Dallas area. But anyway, so should be a good game. Excited. I've actually never been to that place, so it'll be my first time.
Yeah, I don't think I have been either.
I don't think you have either. Yeah, because you didn't go last year either.
I for sure haven't been to see them play SFA. Let me put it that way. If I have been at any point in my life, it was like watching my dad ref or something. But I haven't been to watch SFA play.
Okay, gotcha. All right, sounds good. Okay, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas and that you enjoy this time with your family and friends, and you eat really, really good food. And Santa brings you everything that you want for Christmas.
If you were nice.
I mean, yeah, if you were nice. I mean, if you're naughty, you know. I don't know if you realized I put ho, 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 but it's hoops, hoops, hoops.
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, that one.
I was trying to be clever, and
I like it.
That's about as clever as this brain's going to get today. So, yeah.
You're on vacay, so listen, that was a win for the day.
That was a lot of brain power I just expended, and I didn't even use ChatGPT. But I will be doing it later. Anyway, all right. So, hope you guys have a wonderful night. And man, as always, we appreciate you and your support of our podcast and listening and dealing with our random rants and all of our things that we talk about. We love you guys. And as always, Axe and Jacks.
With Alex and Jax.